All right, let's jump right into it. We're going to decode one of the most mysterious and honestly beautiful visions in the entire Bible, the New Jerusalem. For thousands of years, this idea of a heavenly city has just captivated people, and today we're going to get to the very heart of what it all means. It really all kicks off with this stunning image. I mean, just picture this. A street made of solid, pure gold, but you can see right through it, like it's glass. So what on earth could that mean? How can something be solid gold and perfectly clear at the same time? It's a paradox, right? It just doesn't make sense in our physical world, which is a huge clue that we need to look deeper. And that leads us to the big question, this central question for this whole explainer. Are we looking at the blueprints for a literal city in the future with actual golden pavement? Or is all this incredible language painting a picture of something else entirely, a deep spiritual reality? Well, here's where things get really interesting. To truly get this vision, we have to make a huge shift in our perspective. We need to stop thinking about a physical place and start thinking about a symbolic people. You see, the key isn't what the city is, but who it is. And boom, the text gives us the answer right away. Right there in Revelation, an angel comes to John and says, "Hey, I'm going to show you the bride, the Lamb's wife." And what does John see? He sees a city coming down from heaven. That is our first and most important clue. The New Jerusalem isn't a location on a map. It is a people, the church, perfected and united with Christ. Okay, so if the city itself is a symbol for people, then it stands to reason that all of its parts are too, right? It's kind of like a giant puzzle. To see the big picture, we've got to look at the individual pieces. So let's break down what these incredible building materials actually represent. First up, pure gold. Now, when we think of gold, we usually think of money or wealth. But in the Bible, that's not its main meaning at all. Think back to the ancient tabernacle, the holiest place, the Holy of Holies, where God's presence dwelled. It was covered in pure gold. So gold here is all about divinity. It's a symbol for the pure, holy, incorruptible nature of God himself. And what about that transparent glass? This is so cool. The specific Greek word used here, diauges, only shows up one single time in the entire New Testament, just this once. And it means more than just see-through. It carries this idea of shining through, of being completely radiant from within. It's all about absolute truth and total purity, a state where absolutely nothing is hidden. Then you've got the gates. Each gate isn't just decorated with pearls. Each gate is one single, massive pearl. And just think about that for a second. How is a pearl made? It starts as an irritation, an injury, a wound inside an oyster, which then turns that suffering into something beautiful. What a powerful symbol for a redemption, right? A beautiful way in, created through the singular, costly suffering of Christ. Okay, so we've looked at the city as a people, the gold as divinity, the glass as truth, the pearls as redemption, but now we get to the absolute heart of the vision, the linchpin of this whole thing, that single central street running right through it. And if we peek at the original Greek, it gets even clearer. The text is very specific. It says, "He Plaitia," the street. It's singular, not streets, but one main broad way. And it's described as Christian Chatharon and Hyalos Diauges, exactly what we just talked about, pure gold and transparent glass. The language is zeroing in on one unique, utterly pure path. So, what is the one single, pure and true path to God? Well, Jesus pretty much spells it out for us, doesn't he? He makes this incredible statement. He doesn't say, "I'll point you to the way," or "I can help you find the way." He says, "I am the way." And there it is. That's the key that unlocks the whole vision. The street of transparent gold, it's a metaphor for Jesus Christ. He is the way. His very nature is divine. That's the pure gold. His character is absolute truth. That's the transparent glass. You see, the street isn't a path we walk on, it's a person we live in. So, let's put all the pieces together. The city is the bride, which is the church, and the street is the way, which is Jesus. Now that we have these two core ideas, we can see the full masterpiece and really understand this incredible union. And it's amazing how every other detail just falls right into place. You've got 12 gates. That points to the tribes of Israel. Then there are 12 foundations. That represents the apostles who built the church. The whole city is a perfect cube, just like the Holy of Holies in the temple, which signifies that God is now dwelling fully in his people. The very architecture is speaking a spiritual language. So it really boils down to two very different ways to see the city. You can see it literally, a physical place with gold streets that we'll go to in the future, or you can see it symbolically, which is where the text itself seems to be pointing, a living metaphor for the perfected church. In this view, the real treasure isn't the materials, but the spiritual qualities they represent. It's not a destination to go to, but a state of union to live in. And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway. The New Jerusalem is a breathtaking vision of the end goal, the complete, unveiled union of Christ, the way, and his people, the bride. They are so intertwined, so one, that they appear as a single, radiant, glorious reality. Now, this is all fascinating theology, but you might be thinking, so what? What does this have to do with my life right here, right now? How do we take this ancient vision and make it real today? Well, let's talk about walking this golden way. Because here's the thing, this isn't just about some far-off future. This is a spiritual dimension that's available right now. If you are in Jesus, if you are living in the way, then you are already walking that spiritual street. You are already a living stone in that city. That oneness isn't just a future promise, it's a present reality we can experience. So how does that happen? How do we walk that way? Well, it's a process of transformation from the inside out. It's about reading the word and then actually obeying the word. And when we do that, it allows our inner spirit to start breaking down the patterns of our old nature. As that happens, the divine nature, that pure, transparent gold, begins to emerge and shine through us. So I want to leave you with this final thought to carry with you. If this city isn't a physical place we're waiting for, but a spiritual union we can actually participate in, what does it mean for you and for me to help build it? To manifest its beauty and its truth right here in our world today?